Alright you guys, ZFR back here, and in this video I want to talk about the Ghost Recon Breakpoint trailer and gameplay that they showed. So yeah, a couple days ago, or I don't know, it might have been a week ago by now, but anyway, not too long ago, Ubisoft pretty much released some new footage of the next Ghost Recon. They showed a trailer, they showed some gameplay, all of that good stuff, and it's interesting. It looks interesting. Okay, so pretty much the deal with it is it's good old Ghost Recon, that good old tactical gameplay that you're used to, but there's definitely a lot of new stuff here when it comes to this. This definitely looks like a big innovation to the franchise. One of the main things being that this looks a lot more like what you would call a hardcore video game. For instance, I'm not sure if this is a thing that's going to be in the actual game. I kind of hope it is. And this is something I've been doing with games recently a lot more, but there was no aim reticle, so that looks kind of intense if that's how the whole game is going to be. Like I said, I'm kind of hoping that is the case. I think if they give you the option, I'm going to turn mine off if it's not. So yeah, that sounds cool. But also another thing that I want to go ahead and point out is that pretty much this entire game, it seems a little bit more the survival element is a little bit heavier in this game. It's a little bit more present. It seems like that's something they brought out a little bit more, but it's not like a hardcore survival game like where you need to eat and sleep and all this different stuff. It's more just like if you get shot, it's going to realistically wound you, and you are going to need to treat your wounds and stuff so you can move at full pace and everything like that. That's a really cool looking feature. I actually think that's going to be cool, man. And there's a lot of things people are worried about. There's some things that people are excited about and stuff like that. What are some of the other things they showed? There's going to be, they did a lot of work on the driving and vehicles. So people that complain about vehicles in Wildlands, apparently they're supposed to be a lot better in this game. PvP was mentioned. Obviously, they got the 4-player co-op coming back and stuff like that. And there's the main antagonist in this game. Pretty much it looks like it's a rogue squad of ghosts, so that sounds like a really cool idea for a main antagonist. I'm just going to kind of touch on all of this really quickly, point by point. So first of all, I am kind of excited for this. I think it looks interesting. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy it. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm pretty sure that I am going to pick this up when it comes out, which I believe it comes out this year. I don't remember the exact date they announced, but I remember somebody said it, and I know for certain that I heard it was coming out this year. I think it's sometime early fall, so we don't have to wait too much longer for. I could be crazy, but I think it's less than 6 months away. So yeah, this game isn't too far away for people who are excited about. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But anyway, some of the things that people are a little bit worried about, one of the big ones is the amount of realism. This is something people complain about with Red Dead Redemption 2. You realistically looting all the bodies and stuff. People are a little worried that all the realistic stuff might get in the way of gameplay and might be annoying. And here's my thing on this. I see where people are coming from. That stuff can get in the way of the fun factor a little bit. But at the same time, I think if a game implements them well in a way that plays into the fun factor, I don't have a problem with it. As long as these realistic elements do what they're supposed to do and make the game more intense, more immersive, and stuff like that, rather than being annoying, I'm fine with that. If it's going to be more, if they happen in a more cinematic and kind of realistic sense, then that'll be fine. Like, if you get hurt and start limping and moving slower every single time your character catches one bullet or two bullets, that's going to get annoying. But if it happens, like, I don't know, maybe every gunfight, you get in a situation you see at the beginning of the gameplay where you get shot in the leg and you have to kind of limp and run away and stuff, and escape the enemy. If that happens, like, maybe, I don't know, 10 times out of 20, like 50% of the time, then that's gonna be fine. Like 50, maybe 60% of the time, that'll be fine. Anything more than 60% of the time, and really I even think 60% is too much, but if it's like 50% of the time that happens, then I don't have a problem with that. But another thing I saw people bringing up is having to move your squad mates out of danger, out of harm's way. That could get annoying, but only if they don't implement right, like I was saying. Like, as long as it doesn't happen an insane amount of times, like as long as like the AI isn't going down every 5 minutes, it's not going to be a big problem. As long as the other AI teammates can run over and move the injured AI teammate out of danger for you, and it's not something you even always have to worry about as the player character, that'll be fine. If that's not there, then that might kind of be a problem. If they make you manually go and do that when you're playing with just the AI, that will be a problem. Another thing, the AI in Ghost Recon games is usually good, but hopefully it stays that way, right? Like that's just something I'm hoping for. Another thing that has already kind of disappointed me about this game, and this is just off of what I'm thinking and what we all kind of expect, but I'm really hoping that with this game that they do something more with the story, which I know is probably not going to happen. This Ghost Recon is one of those games where it is a lot more focused on gameplay than it is story. But I'm just saying, I look at this game, and the entire time I was watching this gameplay demo, I was just thinking to myself, man, you know what? This looks awesome and everything, but I know this game would be 10 times better already if they had a more intense story to it. And I'm not talking about like these little 10, 15, 20 hour stories that we're used to getting from Call of Duties or Battlefields or whatever. I'm talking about like a really intense military style story that we used to get back in the day, with characters we actually cared about, with some character development, if they actually made it to where some of the other members of your Ghost Squad, the AI, actually had personalities and they talked about different stuff and you were interested in getting to know some of them a little bit more, and maybe you get choices to pick different ones to go on missions. Maybe depending on what you do, one of them dies at the end of the game. Stuff like that. If they added in stuff like that, I think this game would grab you a lot more. I think this would instantly be a better game with that type of story, and with the gameplay of Ghost Recon already being solid. That's really one of the big things they're missing. So yeah, that's something I really would like to see from them, but like I said, I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think the story's necessarily going to be bad in this game, but I do think it's going to be very light, and that kind of sucks. But anyway, moving past that, the animations and stuff all look great. They showed a lot of takedowns and all that. That all looks really cool. Your character's moving and running and doing all this crazy stealth stuff. Looks awesome. The weapons look extremely... I can't wait to use the weapons in this game. I do love shooting and, the tactical gameplay in Ghost Recon. I can't wait to do some of this stuff in game. It's going to be so freaking fun. But anyway, all of that aside, it all looks good. I can't wait to see if they're gonna go in depth with the character customization even more than they did the last one. Hopefully they do, but we'll have to wait and see. But overall, this game does look interesting to me. I am very interested to see more of this game. I want to see how it turns out and stuff. This looks like it's going to be an interesting one. I can't wait to see more, all of that good stuff. But yeah, overall, that's really all I have to say right now about the gameplay. They sold a pretty basic stealth mission. You know, it was pretty epic how they were going around taking out enemies one by one. You know, they were kind of in that alerted state for a while. The enemies where they were looking for your squad, but you were still taking them out stealthily while they were doing that. That was cool. I noticed that. I really did like that. The graphics, obviously, to me, look good. You know, some people are already debating whether they look a ton better or not. To me, you guys know why I say graphics, they matter, but not that much. Like, as long as it looks good, who cares? Who cares if it looks better than this or that or whatever? Just make it look good for what it is, and you won't have that big of a problem, really. The game, at the end of the day, is still going to speak for itself in 100 other ways other than the graphics. So focus on some of the other stuff for once, because I feel like graphics has been way too big of focus this gen. So with that being said, yeah guys, I enjoyed this gameplay reveal. Like I said, I am going to buy this. I think I'm a big Ghost Recon fan ever since Future Soldier. That was really the first time I played. Well, I played Ghost Recon 2, but Future Soldier is when I really got into Ghost Recon. Ever since then, I've really enjoyed the game. So yeah, with that being said, yeah, I can't wait to see more of this. Hope the PvP is really good like it was in Future Soldier. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave likes and comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Sorry if I didn't look into the camera at all this episode, like I'm just now starting to. I'm trying to get better with that, but we'll work on that, guys. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. ZFR out, guys.